Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about all the ways I'm failing at quarantine. Now I'm not talking about like the important stuff. I'm not talking about, not social distancing and not wearing my mask. I'm not talking about the important things. I'm doing those things. I'm a responsible adult. I'm talking about all of the things that are like trendy right now, all of the things that people are doing to busy themselves and do things with their families at home in quarantine, and how I want to be doing those things too. I want to be a part of it. I want to do all of the fun things, but I'm failing at doing them. So let me show you how. So first, there's this huge gardening trend going on right now where people are growing things, they're sprouting their seedlings, they're building gardens and feeding their families with their own vegetables. And I thought, that's really cool. I want to do that for my family too. So I went out and I bought soil and I dug out all of my seed packets, which were like shoved in the back of a shelf somewhere. And I got everything together like a month ago, and this is how far I've gotten. So this, I ordered like a huge thing of soil and it's still in the box. And then I've got all of my like seeds in here. I haven't even looked up like when I should plant these. So that's as far as I've gotten for a month of hard work. So another thing that I've seen people do is that they're making these souffle pancakes. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They look like this. I'll post a photo. They're like these really tall pancakes, and to make them you have to kind of whip up the batter into a meringue, and then you pile it onto the pan and it just creates this huge fluffy pancake. And that's awesome. I love, the idea of making a fluffy pancake. I think it looks delicious, it looks super fancy, it's very trendy, very Instagram worthy. But this is what I did. I bought this. Not interested in making souffle pancakes. That's a lot of work. And like, honestly, this saves me like 2 steps from making pancakes from scratch. And to boot, this is unopened. I bought this like a month ago. This is what I've been doing. I know. That's what I'm doing. But can you blame me? Like, there are other things I need to worry about. Oh, and the whipped coffee. There's like this trend going around where people are whipping their coffee into like this foamy thing. What is it with people whipping everything? It's like the trend, the whipping trend. Sounds dirty. Regardless, it's like a whipped coffee that is like a foam that you then drink. And they're, see, I'm on top of it. I got photos for everything. But yeah, it looks like this. You know what? Let me show you my version of whipped coffee. I know, it looks a lot like regular coffee. I stir it with creamer, and it doesn't look exactly like whipped coffee, but we can pretend. Also, there is a baking trend going around. It seems like everyone is baking. Now, I love cooking. I love to bake. I love to do all of those things in the kitchen. In fact, this quarantine, I did make some things. I have done the thing. I made a lemon pound cake. I made shortbread cookies. I made the shortbread cookies while I was on the phone with customer service at Kohl's, and I happened to make them because they're super fast and easy, and I was really bored, and I was on hold for like an hour. It was crazy. So I made things. I did the baking thing. It counts. But there are a lot of people out there jumping on this bread trend where everyone is baking bread, and specifically sourdough bread. Where did this start, guys? Where did this trend start where everyone wants to make their own sourdough starters? They're getting their own yeast, they're growing tiny microbial things to create bread. I don't know. Bread is on my bucket list of things that I want to do someday, but I gotta be honest with you guys. I have no plans to bake sourdough bread during this quarantine. Now, outside of baking, there are still some other things that we tried to start doing and we just have failed terribly. One of them, my husband and I a few years ago, we wanted to find a hobby that we could both do together, and we found Dungeons and Dragons. I know, nerds, I get it. Is the whole reason I didn't play for a very long time was like, this is a nerdy game. But it brought us closer and it turned out to be a lot of fun. There are a lot of aspects of it we love. Anyway, we have these like little miniature figures. It's like this infamous joke in the community that people keep buying these miniatures and saying that you're gonna paint them and then not painting them. The joke is that now that there's a quarantine, everyone has all the time they need to paint their minis, so we're gonna get it all done. It's gonna be great, guys. Well, let me show you how that's going. My husband and I definitely set up a painting station. Like, we got that far. It's like tucked down in our basement. I managed to get these 3 painted, sort of. And like, I'm still not even finished with his little staff. This gives you a little bit of a taste of like how many we still need to paint. And this is just like a fraction of them. So, I mean, it's an ongoing hobby, right? So mostly not getting a lot done. In fact, check this out. Even my habit tracker shows like how I really tried. You know, I wanted to garden and bake and like, you know, doing some D&D stuff, and there's just like nothing. It's a wasteland of dead habits. I know we tried. You tried. You can only do your best, right? At least it's on the habit tracker. At least the thought is there. The plan is there, right? If I'm totally honest, this is how I'm spending most of my time. I see you out there, lizard thing. Ha! Nope. Oh shit. Oh my god. Now to try my new hat. Hey, we're all buds here. Everything's fine and normal. Oh fuck. I just wanted to be one of you. Can a dude take a walk dressed as a fish and not worry about, god damn it, Leroy Jenkins? Yeah, lots of Legend of Zelda. Started that probably when quarantine kicked off and haven't looked back. So that's all I have for you guys today. That's how I'm failing in quarantine. Or I guess really I'm just failing at being trendy in quarantine, but to each his own. I tried. I'm trying. That's all you can really do. So cheers to whatever it is you're spending your time on, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Fluffy hair. It's so fluffy. I didn't do my hair today. I was like, you know what? We're talking about failing at quarantine. Why should I do my hair? Yeah. Oh, Atlas. Okay, over here. Oh God. Take 54. That was nerdy.